Well, hello all and welcome. I hope you're all doing well. I have been literally knocked off my feet. I've had, I don't know whether it's COVID, whether it's flu or what have you, but it really has knocked me shortly after Christmas. Today is the 22nd of January and it's left me at the moment with a bit of a cough, which hence drinking plenty of tea. But it's left me with a bit of a chesty cough at the moment. I have been out and about. Went to Garden Centre a couple of days ago and got some seed potatoes, which I was a bit surprised at seeing actually. I don't know whether it's me or what, but I think they're available quite early this year. But I got Rocket first early. They'll be grown in me 30 litre tubs in the back garden here. I've got some Charlottes, which are second early, and I shall do the same with those. They'll be done in the tubs. Then for me mains for this year, out on the plot, I'm just doing King Edwards. And that's going to be it this year. That's all as I'm doing with potatoes. I make no excuses for including in the very first part of this video of me harvesting my winter veg for my Christmas dinner. As I say, I was hoping to put this video up a few weeks back. But with me being as bad as I've just not felt like doing anything. So, as I say, to start with, you'll see me collecting all my veg for my Christmas dinner. I've also ordered some glazing for my greenhouse, my one greenhouse. It's twin wall polycarbonate sheeting that my greenhouse is glazed with, both of them. And the one, it's blown some of it out. What happens is it goes brittle, and down each edge and so on, where the clips go to hold it in place, it starts going brittle. And because of the weather we've had of lately with the strong winds, it's blown a couple of them out. So I've ordered some new glazing for that. Bought myself some of these Groshaw single cell. I like these because, as I say, I saw them when I got the potatoes and I like the depth. So there's 20 cells in each one of them trays, and there's 8 trays there, so they'll do for me onions because they desperately need potting on. So I've got quite a bit to show you. I've got a little bit of a job that I want to do in the greenhouse, which I can do even though there's some of the glazing missing. So as I say, I've got plenty to get on with, but I'm going to start off now by showing you me harvesting me veg for me Christmas dinner. So sit back and get yourself a brew and enjoy. Thank you. Well, I'm round here on the allotment, as you can see. Today is the 23rd of December. And I'm round here to harvest sprouts, parsnips, leeks, get everything together ready for our Christmas dinner. So I'll move you around and show you just what it is I'm harvesting. Right, some of the leeks. Now I've got Musselburgh, an elephant in here, and I'm just having a look to see. They're all fairly much of a uniform size, to be honest. They're not a bad knock as much of the excess soil off as possible. I don't want to take soil home. That needs to stay here on the allotment. What else have we got? Let's have a look. One of these. These are, I think these, yeah. These this size, correction, these this side or elephant. That's not bad, this. I'll have one more just for luck. Let's have that one there. There we go. So that's the leeks up. I'll show you all this once I've finished. Next job is some of them parsnips there. So we'll get and have a go at them. Right, parsnips. Now then, let's have a look. I can see the top of that one quite clearly. So I don't know what these are going to be like. Oh, yeah, very good. 2 for the price of 1. Right, what else have we got? I might have to get a few of these, I think, if they're going to be like this. Yes, this one's forked as well. Now then, I wonder why that is. Oh well, as long as I can get some sort of feed out of them. That'll do. That's a bit more like it. But again, that's a bit of a, but I'll get quite a few of these. In fact, I think what I might do is just get and pull up where I can. These, as you can tell just by looking at them, because you can see they were together, all as I've done is, because I always struggle with parsnips, I try various things and always seem to struggle. And this year, in a fit of desperation, I basically just, oh, that's a bit better. I basically just made a trench and put the seed in loosely, en masse, and this is the result. I've tried making holes using a dibber and making like a funnel shaped hole and putting compost in it and seed into there, and it's not been any different. They've forked, or there's been the odd one or two that have been a reasonable size. I think that's going to do me. I'll take that as well. I think that'll do with those. Not brilliant, but here we go. Got some more now. I'm going to stop because I'm going to keep going with these if I'm not careful. Right, that is going to be it, definite. I'll pick the best out of those. Let's say not brilliant, but they're what I've grown, and that's what matters. All that I'm bothered about is stuff that I've, like I say, I've grown it. So the next thing to move on to is sprouts. But what I think I'll do there is I'll get an harvest done, and I'll show you what I've got once I've finished harvesting, and I'll show you everything then. Well, they're not the biggest sprouts I've grown, but they'll do for us. I must admit I have grown bigger, but once I've harvested off these here, that will be it. These will all come out, these sprouts, and then this bed will be sorted, ready for next year. Right, sprouts, not massive, In fact, not bordering on being very good at all, to be honest, I would say then, but still, it's the way it goes. Parsnips, got some reasonable sized parsnips, be ideal for us. And then the leeks, as I say, there's a mixture here of Musselburgh and Elephant. They've not done too bad. I'm quite pleased with those. So all in all, that's everything for my Christmas dinner, all harvested, apart from carrots, which are in barrels round at home, and onions that were harvested earlier this year. Pick out some from what I've got stored. So that's me 2023 Christmas dinner veg harvest. Right, let's have a look at some carrots. What have we got here? These, by the way, that's not bad. These in here, these are Nazareth. The barrel next to them had sweet candle in them, and between you, me and the gatepost, I think these Nazareth have done better than the sweet candle. I'm very pleased with these. They're all quite uniform. You can see the little taproot on all of them. They shouldn't be like that because they're stump carrots, but I think that's because earlier on in the year we had some dry weather. How many have I got there? I think that'll do us. We had some dry weather, and I think they sort of set out their stump roots, the tap roots, sorry, and go searching for moisture. Because these barrels are only full of compost. But yeah, very pleased with them. Not bad at all. As I say, the variety is Nazareth, and yeah, very pleased. Well, next little job that I'm going to do is getting pot on the onions. They are in desperate need of being potted on. This is one lot that I've got. As you can see, they are, as I've already said, in desperate need. These are the yellow sweet Spanish. I've got some Redlander, which is a new onion to me, as is these. The exhibition, I've done those in a Agriland root trainer, and they're going to stay in there because they are quite deep anyway, and I only want about 20 of them, and I've got well over 40 that have germinated, so I'm going to leave them in there, not going to disturb them, and then I'll pop them on. The Kelsey, I've had poor germination again this year. I didn't have very good germination with them last year, and to be honest, maybe what may have been a good thing to have done for this year is, rather than try and grow any from seed, get an order some plants. But you know, you never know, do you? You know, this is the thing. I've done them from seed again this year, hoping that things were going to be a bit better, but not to be. Germination has been quite poor, and I believe one or two other people have had quite poor germination with the Kelsey. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and get them pot on. You've seen the 20 cell seed tray that I'm going to pot on into. I'm not going to bother going out and filming that because, as I say, I'm still not 100%, so I'm not going to mess about out there any longer than I need to be. and then when I come back I'll show you what I've done and show you these all potted on. Well, I've been out in the greenhouse and I've potted everything on with the onions. This is one of 2 trays of Redlander. I've never grown them before. As the name suggests, they're a red onion, and that's one of 2 trays. This is the yellow sweet Spanish, which I've never grown before, and this is one of 3 trays that I've grown. And as you can see, as I've put them in, I've pinched a little bit of root off the bottom, and I've pinched some, not all, but pinched some of the tops off as well, because with me potting them on, they're going to be a little stressed, possibly, I don't know. So I thought, just knock some of the top off. Then finally, here, these are the Kelsey, and I really struggled to do 20. Again, doing the same with the roots and the tops, but I did struggle a little to get 20 of the Kelsey. I think maybe next year it might be worth actually buying the plants and then growing them on in plant form. I don't know, we'll see. The compost, by the way, is my normal clover compost, but I've added a very, very small pinch of fish blood and bone to it, because all of these will be staying in these trays now till possibly they get planted out. We will see. They'll go back under my grow lights. As I say, I've got 2 trays of the Redlander, so that's 40 of those. I've got 3 trays of the yellow sweet Spanish, so that's 60 of them. Then I've got this 20 of these Kelsey. I've then got a Agrilan plug plant trainer that has got about 40 exhibition in there. Well, I'll only really probably pot on about 20 of them. But again, as I say, with these, they'll all of them, even the exhibition, they're all now going to be under the grow lights and will stay on there until, as I say, these are either big enough to be potted on again or possibly end up being planted out on the plot. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching, and also a big thank you to all my new subscribers. It's all very much appreciated. Thank you all very much. I want to apologise for repeating myself with regards the Kelsey onions, and we'll say no more about that. My glazing has arrived for my greenhouse, so that'll be a future job to do. And I was going to show you a little something with regards to that greenhouse, but I'm going to save that, I think, for a future video. It's quite a bit of an involving job, so we'll put that in a future video. So as I say, thank you all very much, new subscribers as well. Be good, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.